let's talk about the kinds of graphs that we already know about. We've already gone over circle graphs and bar graphs. Do y'all remember anything about those? Do you remember what a circle graph is used to show? It's like a pie chart.
Percentages.
Percentages, yes. Parts of a whole. That's what that is. And then a bar graph. Do you remember what bar graphs are for?
No.
Bar graphs are like if you're showing comparisons from one thing to another. So, does that make sense? Like if you have all different data lined up, and then you can say, you know, this one is higher, this one is shorter, so that makes sense to you. Stop laughing. Okay. So, what is the general point of having a graph?
So you can track data. Yeah.
Track data. Okay. Any other ideas?
See amounts of things.
Yeah, I like that. See amounts of things, because really, it's the whole point of a graph is to be able to see a lot of information, the big picture of that, with just a quick glance. So, in a business meeting, if they're showing a graph and they're talking about how much money they've made and the line is going up, then you can just tell right off the bat just from looking that we've made money. That's a good thing. So that's the main point of a graph. And so today we're going to be learning how to create line graphs by plotting different points and then connecting them. So playing connect the dots, which is fun. Has anyone ever seen a line graph used anywhere, like in the newspaper or on TV or anything?
Like stocks, is that?
Yeah, stocks, that would be one. Any kind of price that's going up and down? That would definitely be one. That's good. So what we're going to do today is graph the height and weights of everyone in our class. So we're going to be graphing heights and weights, and since there's two things that we're measuring, we need two lines, the x and the y. So it doesn't really matter which one we put for which. We could do height is x or weight equals x, either one. But we're going to be measuring two things. So here's our board. Can you all see that? Okay. Which way do y'all want to do it? Like that way? This way? Okay, can you hold it up? So, what does every graph need? Anyone? Okay, good. Yeah, we need an x and a y axis. So I'm actually just going to kind of shade this line in so that we know that this one is our y. And then we can put our egg right here. What else does a graph need?
Like numbers or whatever.
Yeah. It needs a title, right? So we can say height and weight. And then can I get a volunteer to give me their height and weight? First of all, let's talk about the x and y axis. Does anyone have a good way of remembering which one is x and which one is y? Or do y'all just remember?
I just remember.
Okay. One of the ways, if you get stuck, one of the ways that I remember it is a y has a straight down thing, and so you can remember that the y-axis is the one that goes up and down. This is y, this is x. Okay, so what's the first plot that we can, the first point that we can? 5 feet tall. Okay, so are we going to say that our x is our height?
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. We just need to pick one. So x is height, and we'll say you're 5 feet tall, so this can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are going to go 5 points to the right. You always start from this point. And this point, since it's right in the center, we call it 0, 0. So it's 0 squares up and 0 squares over. It's 0, 0. But we move 5 points over. And then what is your weight?
95 pounds.
95 pounds. Okay, great. So we can say that each of these are 10, each of the squares are 10. We can say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and then 95 is up here. Good, okay. So, that's good. So we went 5 over and then 95 up. Okay, so your point is up here. And the way we label that point is 595. Get that? 5, comma 95. So you have your x first. X is always first because it's first in the alphabet. So x first and then y. Okay?
Sure.
Okay, can I get another volunteer?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm 4'5".
Okay, 4, 5.
And I
So-
weigh.
Well, let's start with your height. So we'll from your x, here's 0, 0, and we need to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can say it's 0.5, so it's in the middle of this one. So there's our over, there's our x, and then what's your weight?
80 pounds.
Okay, that's great. So so we're gonna go up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Stop laughing.
I didn't know what was acceptable for 4'5".
Okay. Good. So here is your point, which is you do parentheses 4.5, comma 80. So your x, comma your y. So if I were given this set of numbers, I would be able to put this point on the graph. And then the way we can make it a line graph is we just connect these like this. And if we had more students, we might be able to see more of a trend. So, good job. Now we are all going to move over to the tile floor to do a little experiment.
Okay, I'm going.
Alright, so I have here in my hands 2 bowls, one with numbers for our x value, one with number for our y value. So I will set them here on this center point. This is our, we'll face it like this. So this is going to be which axis?
X.
X, and then this one is?
Y.
Good, x and y. And then what's the center point called?
0, 0.
0, 0, because it's 0 spaces up, 0 spaces over. And we can do aerobics. So everyone come and, well, let me tell you the goal first. First of all, what we're trying to do, we're going to use our bodies as points. And so we'll pick an x value and a y value, and then we'll go over however many x's, and then we'll go up however many y's. Okay?
And then out the length of the.
Yes, so like this is 1 square right here. And then the goal is to see who can get closest to this point. Does anyone know what this point would be?
3, 3, 3.
Yeah, 3, 3. So you go over 1, 2, 3 squares, and then up 1, 2, 3 squares. So 3, 3. So Natalie, what's your x? Pick your x and your y, and then read them to us.
Those X's.
I mean, it doesn't
3.
matter. But
2.
3, 2. Okay.
Cheater.
That sounds pretty close. So can you move and go to 3, 2?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Perfect. Okay, you're pretty close.
I don't think I can.
We'll see.
Oh,
That's good.
-3.
-3.
-3, -3. Yay.
Okay, so do you know how to go negative? If you're going negative, then you're just going the opposite way of, sorry about the light fixture. Okay, yeah, that's good. Oh,
Man.
sad. 2 negative numbers
Man.
puts you pretty far away. Do you happen to know which quadrant that is that you're standing in?
Oh man. 4. No. 3.
3.
3.
Yep, 3, because you start from the top right, and then you go 1, you go counterclockwise. So 1, 2, 3,
Oh, that was
4. So, there you go. So Natalie, you win. Good job. Okay, everyone go to the computer room.